Hello everyone, my name is Jitender Bafna. I am a senior MuleSoft architect. In this video, we will going to see how to implement a security scheme in your RAML. So basically, this is the part 3 of your video series. So in last two video, we have discussed a basic concept of RAML, how you can write the RAML, how you can like write the RAML, like how you can define a endpoint for each and every methods, right? And also we have went through or walked through how you can handle the various error response code, how you can define a threats. In this video, we will use a security scheme. A security scheme is basically is used to ensure that your APIs are secure. So basically, we will define like some authorization header in our security scheme. So RAML will check whether the authorization header is coming in input request. If not, the input request will reject with some error code, but it will never validate the token. For validating the token or data in that particular authorization header, we need to apply a policy in the API manager. It will just check whether the authorization header is coming or not. It is just ensuring that we are receiving whatever authorization header or whatever query parameters we require for security purpose. So let me go to API manager. So now I want to make sure like I am getting a authorization header in my each and every request. So either you can define the header at each level, right? But that will not fulfill our purpose. Basically, in security schema, like it we don't have to apply at each and every method. We can apply at the top level, then it will get applied to all the resources. I will show that. So I can create one new folder, security scheme. Okay, under security scheme, I will create one file of security scheme type. Not RAML 1.0 is fine. Security scheme type. I can call it this. So we will create a custom security scheme. So there are few security scheme is already available, and when you want to name the custom security scheme, it always start with small x hyphen. So I can say create. So by default you can say the type. So what type of scheme you want. By default you have defined basic, digest, or 2.2 pass through, but I will give this as a custom x token or authorize token. I can say authorize, whatever name you want to give, but make sure it start with x hyphen. Then I can give description. Okay, this will make sure that we have token in authorization header. You can give any description you want. Then I can say describe by. So I'm describing my author or my scheme. So what I want a header parameter. So I can write, you can just say control space, it will load query parameters, header parameter, whatever. Let's wait, or simply I can write headers, it taking some time. Okay, enter. Under header I can say authorization. Okay, then authorization I want to define a type of string. Then I also want to define a responses. Okay, so I can say 401. I can give some description to 401. Description I can say 401 unauthorized access. So this is how I can define a header of type string. I define the responses. You can see that header here, correct? So this is how I can define my security scheme in some different file. This is my custom security scheme. Now I can, how can I access in my this particular RAML? Simple. So simply you can say, so there is a tag available, security scheme. So just press control space, it will give. So let's wait while it's taking some time. Okay, you can see security schemes. Now in security scheme I will give some name. This name can be anything. I can give security custom scheme, and here I have to give the path of that particular file include, and I can say security scheme. Okay, control space, so it will show that RAML. Okay, so it has upload the custom scheme. Okay, so you can see that file is there. Now you have to use one more tag, so that is the secure by. You can say secured by. Okay, in secure by you can just use that tag and give this particular name. Okay, so these are the settings you need to do it. Once, like you go to this post method, you can see it in your post method. You go to security part, you can see this is my policy and this authorization header is required, right? So you can do like this. So let me publish this to the exchange, or I will try from here. So let me try it before publishing to exchange. So try to send it, or I will remove this authorization header. So it's saying authorize and send. The fill in this parameter is required. I can say 1 2 3 4 5, like let it created, that's fine. I can say 1 2 3. Let me remove this and try to authorization send. It will not allow. Let me put some message. Now it will try to send the message. So it was successfully. So it basically, if this authorization header is not coming, it will reject the request from RAML itself. Okay, now I will show you one more thing. Let's go a bit deeper. I will keep this also. Now I want, like I applied the client ID enforcement policy. For that I required client ID and the client secret, right? So in that case I can say client ID. Okay, I will copy this particular parameter and I can say client secret. I have changed in my security schema, right? This schema file, I don't want to do any changes here. It will automatically reflect there. So you can go to this particular security part and you can see the client ID and the client secret. If you say try it, so it will ensure that like it doesn't process the request without client ID and the client secret authorization. It will say fill this. Now it will start sending the request, right? So that is how you can define a custom security schema in your RAML. Let me show. I will publish to exchange. Okay, once I will publish to exchange, we can see that, like in the exchange also whether that security schema get applied or not. Once it published it, we will increase version by 1.03. We have last time we have published as a 1.02. I can publish this to exchange. Okay, you can say done. Now you can go to exchange and you can see this in the exchange. So go to banking API. Okay, now you try any one endpoint post. Okay, you can see the client ID and the client secret. You can say send. So you can see message, and this will apply to all the methods. If you see get, so you can see that it's applied to get also, right? So this is how you can use the custom security scheme in your RAML, right? I hope you like the video. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, please click on subscribe and the like button.